Hello, Virgo, and welcome. My name is Lara and I will be your guide for this month's February 2017 Tarotscope. So, for all my returning viewers, I welcome you back with big open arms. For all my new viewers, welcome. Obviously, as I mentioned, my name is Lara and I am a psychic medium energy healer. So, this will be your February reading. So, since Valentine's Day is on the 14th, I've decided to spice it up this month. As usual, I will be reading from my Rider-Waite Tarot deck. The added guidance card is going to be coming from Doreen Virtue's Saints and Angels Oracle deck. Hopefully you can see that. I know it's nighttime here, so there may be a little bit of a glare. And for the extra card that I'm pulling for Valentine's Day, I will be pulling from Alana Fairchild's Rumi Oracle deck. It's a very love-based deck, and it's all about twin flames, soulmates, and all kinds of love relationships and connections with the divine beloved. So that will be where the added guidance card is coming from. So, Virgo, let's get started. The very first card that I pulled for you is the Nine of Wands, and the Nine in Tarot is all about fruition, okay? And the Wands is passion and desire. So when the Nine of Wands comes up, some of the key meanings for this card are afraid, cautious, defensive, impermanent, security, but also inner strength. Now, I want to kind of zoom in a little bit on this guy's face. You see him? Oh my goodness. That's my cat. Sorry. You see his face? He's very kind of like worn out. He's got a bandage on his head. He's seen some wars and some battles. He's very tired and very weary. Okay? But this card is saying you're almost there. You're not done. But, relief and peace is on the horizon. Keep pushing. Okay? If you're acting in a mode of being afraid or cautious, you got to put it to the wind. Give it to the wind to be carried away, okay? You got to keep pushing. You're almost there. Okay, Virgo? Also, I'm going to be including more astrology aspects into these readings so that we can learn both astrology and tarot all at the same time. This card is symbolic for Sagittarius, December 3rd to December 12th. So this could symbolize you in a quarrel or battle with somebody who is in a Sagittarius, December 3rd to 12th, or this could be a long-standing change or issue you've been dealing with since December 3rd to the 12th, somewhere within that period. But if you are doing your own cards, and your own readings, and you're looking for an answer in regards to that, this would be Sagittarius, December 3rd to the 12th. You're almost there, Virgo. Keep going. Okay, so the next card that I pulled, which is the central theme of the spread, is the Major Arcana card, the Devil card. Now, the Devil card is a Major Arcana card, and what does that mean? It's not a diluted energy or an energy that's spread across a whole suit of cards. There's only one Devil's card, so it's very pure, very potent energy. There's a lot of different facets to this card. I know it looks a little bit scary. You see the Devil with his horns, which is very symbolic of the Capricorn sign, December 22nd to January 19th. This card is about anger, jealousy, resentment, self-delusion, selfishness, violence, kinky sex, obsession, unhealthy attachments. Now, for me personally, whenever I pull this card, it's telling me that I have an attachment that I need to release. I'm going to zoom in real close. You see these people here, this man and this woman? They got their chains around their necks that are tied to this devil. They could easily slip those chains off, yet they choose not to. Now, the word to focus on here is the choice. They could easily take it off, but they don't. They're slaves to their own addictions, to their own attachments. It's like me. I'm so addicted to coffee. So addicted. It's hard. I have to really wean myself off, so I've been trying to do decaf, but I could probably stop, but I don't. So that's my chain. So I try to work around it, and I'm trying to release it in my own way by slowly transitioning to decaf so I can eventually stop doing it. But this is what this card is about. If you have an attachment, you need to release it because this card's showing you it's not healthy. Okay. And if you're in a relationship or situation with another person, even more so someone that is a Capricorn, this is an unhealthy situation and it's time to leave. Take your chain off your neck. You aren't a slave, only a slave by choice. So make the choice to leave that, or to cast to the wind your worries and all your fears. Okay? Or it could be that you're obsessed with fears of what can go wrong. That's also a very strong possibility. But this is the central theme. There's something that you need to release, an attachment that's not serving you, Virgo. Okay. The last card that I pulled for you is the Nine of Swords. Again, 9 symbolizing in tarot fruition. And the fact that there's 2 9s in this spread is telling me that there's an ending that's trying to happen. Because for me, nine has been my number my whole life. It's the number that I use for almost everything. It's about endings, karmic cycles. I'll say that again. Karmic cycles, endings, and new beginnings. Okay, so something here is trying to exit your life, but out of obsession or attachment, whatever it may be, you're not letting it go. Okay, you really got to make that choice. There's that word again. Got to make that choice to let it go. But the Nine of Swords, the 9 generally symbolizes fruition. So this card is about accidents, paranoia, depression, grief, mental anguish, nightmares. It's also in association with the astrological sign Gemini, June 1st to June 10th. Okay, and the Gemini, the twins, the two sides of the person, your shadow side, your light side. This is telling me that you are trying to let go of this obsession, but some part of you is afraid of it, and it's causing a lot of anxiety and worry, and thus producing nightmares, depression, and grief. I want you to know that, it's hard letting go of things and it's scary, but once you get over that hump, once you just got to close your eyes and run into it. You just got to go. You just got to do it. Don't think about it. And I know it's easier said than done, but once you get to that point and it's done and it's over with, you will feel such a sense of relief that you could just not make that up. It's so freeing. You've got to free yourself from this obsession or this attachment. I'll use that word because I know a lot of people won't fess up to being obsessed about certain things. And you know what? I got no shame. I'm obsessed with crystals, decks, coffee, all that crap. And yeah, I know a lot of it's unhealthy, so I need to let it go. But you got to make this choice, okay? Because it's not serving you. Look at this person, their mind. They're suffering. You don't want that. Let it go, okay? Now, the added guidance card that I pulled goes very nicely with this spread, and it's practice makes perfect. I always get this from my guides when I keep telling them, I'm trying to let go. I really am. I'm trying, and they tell me practice makes perfect. So what I want you to do is, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Whenever this situation presents itself, whether, your addiction or obsession, whatever is with a person, a place, a thing, drugs, alcohol, whatever it is, I'm not judging you. We all have our battles, our own battles, whatever it is, whenever you think about it, or whenever you think I'm going to go do it, knowing that it's not healthy for you, or I'm going to go be with that person that you know is not healthy, I want you to say to yourself, I know this isn't right for me, and I love myself enough to honor my needs and recognize that this is not right. I'm going to let it go. Every time it comes to your mind, every time you think about doing it, I want you to say, I let it go. And every time the thought comes back, you say that. And then what happens is it becomes second nature to say that. And then eventually you won't have to say that at all. Eventually it'll just disappear and you would have let it go and you didn't even know. That's what they mean by practicing. You got to keep practicing. You have to keep doing it until it becomes second nature, and then it's not even an issue anymore. But it takes a lot of practice. I know I struggle sometimes with that too, so I have to remind myself. I'm no stranger to that at all. But I got to remind myself, I got to let it go. It's not right. I got to let it go. Okay, so the added guidance card for the Valentine's Day deal that I'm doing here is the dissolving light. Now, the meanings for these cards are very long, so I just wrote like a little summary on this card. And it says, trust your changing perspective and perceptions. Don't hold on to what you once believed or thought to be true. Allow your new sight, new vision, or new way of seeing things. Allow it to happen. Okay, so your perspective is shifting. You're shifting away from what no longer serves you. You're shifting away from those unhealthy attachments. You're letting go of that mental anguish. You have the perseverance, which is another key word for this card. You have the perseverance to see yourself through this last battle. Okay? Trust it. Trust your new perspective that's coming through. Okay, Virgo? And I'm just going to read the poem that goes along with this card since, we're all gearing up for Valentine's Day. Why not get in the mood? Let me read this poem. Here we go. The Dissolving Light. I died as mineral and became a plant. I died as plant and rose to animal. I died as animal and I became human. Why should I fear anything when I was ever less by dying? It's very powerful. It's all about, there we go again with the nines, the cycles of change, death, rebirth, transformation, the endings and new beginnings. Go with the flow, Virgo. Release those attachments and move forward with passion and purpose. I hope you enjoyed this reading. As always, please like, share, subscribe, comment to let me know how you made out, and I wish you nothing but the best. Big warm hugs from me to you, and I will see you next month.